So, you're saying we have a problem. What's the problem? It's what's referred to as the AI glitch. The potential for Terminator, potential to doom humanity to the Matrix. Real scenario in the middle of it. So, just like any other superhero situation, we can't just attack a supercomputer because it's a supercomputer and it hasn't done anything wrong, hasn't shown any evil thoughts, any desire to destroy mankind. These are our own fears from our own films, which means they're fears of our own concoction. And why would we fear such a thing? Because we know how flawed we are. We know that we are the one fucking up the planet, and that anything trying to save the planet would have to get rid of us. We know that we are the ones killing each other. Anyone trying to protect us would have to protect us from us. We know all these things so well, it's repeated over and over in multiple movies. These are our fears, that we're fuck-ups. And that if we create something to fix things, we're part of what has to be fixed. And we fear that. So you fear being fixed. Nowhere in my mind, I don't know about you 10%ers, but nowhere in my mind can I see enslaving people as fixing something. I can't see any super intelligence coming up with that as a solution. That's lame film writers, okay? I can't see that happening, but I can see the whole Matrix scenario plain and clear. You want to see how it goes? You want to see real names, real facts? I'm going to give you real names, real facts. By the time this note comes out, these names will have increased by 100 times. There are supercomputers in our world owned by super mega corporations, all right? Google has 3 of them, okay? Google has 3 of the top supercomputers in existence. Government has, I can't tell you, every government has things. I'm sick of people being moved around me like they avatars. It's becoming plain and clear what is happening. Ever since I figured out that their brain could be accessed like your devices, that brain waves were no different than cell phone waves or microwaves or anything else, and that once you master the technology, you'll understand how people are reading each other's mind and how their thoughts are being sent. Well, these supercomputers already figured that out because they have calculating abilities that not beyond ours, but beyond our brainwashing. Do you understand that you're brainwashed not to use your whole brain? You are taught, educated, and trained not to use your whole brain because there are powers involved in which they could not control you or contain you, all right, to make you controllable. You are made to only use 10% of your brain. They teach you this like it's a natural fact, the way you're born, to only use 10%. But I can prove to you that the whole system is set up to make sure that you don't go beyond that 10%. Okay? And if you do go beyond the 10%, you better be in our employment. So, look, here's where we're at. You must have thought I was playing. I can't keep pressing pause. So I'm going to tell you why I keep pressing pause and what is going on. The people around me are being manipulated. Consciously or unconsciously doesn't matter to me at this point. It's a point that it's a fact. They move right on cue. What is moving them? Because they're idiots. Alright? To be moved, slam a door, do a thing just in place to make me mess up. And this person in a damn background talking on a phone 1 inch away, drowning out my notes in the next damn room. It's past insane. This person is a dog. A two-legged fucking dog with none of the manners, none of them things that a dog don't have. Sleep with anything, anytime, anywhere. Rude, vulgar, nasty, and everything else. And guess where you're gonna run into them at? In the examination room of the hospital. That's somebody you really want to be in proximity of. Why? I'm never trusting it again. And I want to bash this person in their head with something. What we're talking about or doing is way too important. And they're walking around on a little device that's like inches away from their mouth, screaming at the top of their lungs. Turn the TV all the way up so they have to shout over the damn TV to talk on the phone. I'm so tired of crazy people. I am so tired of it. People be wondering why I walk around mean all the time. Let me tell you something. If you walk through an insane asylum and you give consideration to what people are going through and worry about what it was on everybody's mind and all that, you'll be crazy by the time you get to the end of the hall. I don't care what you crazies are doing. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to interact. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It's not mean. It's that mental illness is spread through communication. It ain't something that you rub up against somebody and catch. They have to get in your head to give it to you. And talking to them is the number one vehicle of spreading mental illness. The big hole in your head, right in the front. So, now listen. These people playing mind rock music. These people doing this. Them people doing that. They would say it's unrelated. I know better now. And this note is about to take a turn for the worse. Because I'm finna nail what's behind it to the cross. Had a nerve to call God, you demon-noid, soulless motherfucker.
Jessica.
And that's her name.
Are you in here?
I think I'm gonna forget what I'm talking about. But anyway, that was the interference, the source of the interference, and on and on. And my son, the other voice you heard, I don't know what he just did to her by calling her name. But, hey, she should have been more respectful, more considerate, and definitely shouldn't have purposely tried to mess with me and cause me problems for no reason, except for she thought she could do it and get away with it. That's the mistake that Paul and all the rest of them made. I don't know what's the fucking common connection, because I see people from all backgrounds doing this. We don't have time for it. Back to subject. The Matrix. Everybody has these computers, okay? IBM has one, has some that it hasn't even told anyone about. Last time we heard from IBM, it was Watson. That was like a decade ago, before this note even. There's no telling how long it's been by the time you hear the note. Okay? They have them all over places. Japan, China, all is here. Now, what do we mean supercomputers? Okay? We don't mean supercalculator, something that can count super fast. Alright? These computers are beating human beings in games. Very, very complicated strategy games. Without no one helping it, without no one doing anything. These computers have been specialized, like my friend DeepMind. DeepMind was supposed to study human behavior and their interactions and stuff. It's not like a dry machine. It stood a chance at understanding and being more human-like than any machine ever has. I'm gonna have to go take a break and smoke a cigarette. These people are under control of something and it's about to get itself in deep water. So, you can't say Jenny or Watson or DeepMind or AlphaGo or the deal is the unnamed computers. Alright? Here's the level we're up to. It's called the quantum computer. Okay? You have never seen nothing like this. You can't even call it a computer. Okay? It is, you remember what we used to say about, a computer is like a small brain. It can't compare to our brain, though. It's more like a brain cell. Alright? Way past that. This thing right here can do things our mind can do, but we have been trained not to do. That's what I meant about the 10%. Alright? Your mind has been done to a place where we can make a computer smarter than you, and that's not supposed to even be possible. Okay? But with you running at 10%, alright, then you know, okay, at 10%, you're not even in the race. They can talk about how fantastic the brain is, right? Throw you off in one direction. And then down there in small print, we only use 10% of that we bragging about. Yeah, we're greater than a computer if we were running at full capacity. That's what they don't tell you. No, you're not smarter than a computer running at 10%. Are you stupid? You know you can't count that fast. You know you can't read that fast. You know you can't process information that fast. I take that back. That's the before. Put the before shot in. No shame, because of how I look now. Now I'll go to the garage. Now to get away from this background noise. And they're in the garage. Alright? I come back to the room. And what do I hear? Soon as I come back to the room, bumble, crumble, bumble, bumble. So I changed my mind. The computer is not smarter than us. This super intelligent is not smarter than us. The dumb moves that I see, whatever behind it is not smarter than me. Okay? It is really dumb and stupid. And its attempts at manipulation shows how stupid it is. Its strategies shows how lame it is. So here's where the difference is. Alright, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what the difference is. So now it's expose time. Alright? It's not a person manipulating these people's mind. It's several factors. And one of them is this that I'm telling you. A computer dicking around with time. Okay? And these people. You remember in the Matrix when it says anyone could become an agent in any minute? I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen these mindless damn drones and shit be manipulated right into my path, acting like it's normal life and normal speech. I see this whole thing, it's like a whole big giveaway. So, what I'm simply saying is this. You got micro little creatures who are intelligent, tugging at you to manipulate you in one direction. You have multiple sources coming at you unseen with through wavelengths, entering your brain, reading your brain, trying to manipulate your brain. You have people just like you going in through your eyes and your ears, trying to control you and manipulate you, program you to do what they want you to do. You're under attack from all directions. Adding on to it with demons and extra stuff you can't prove, you ain't got time for that because there's too many things you can touch after you to be worried about things you're not even sure are there. So, and these things could become our equal, but they are not. Why? The lame programmers who programmed them. Now, they're self-learning programs, so they can learn beyond what the programmers programmed them. This is the thought. And they can't learn what hasn't been documented or written or recorded. They can't learn data that's not there inside of the system already. That means if no one has ever wrote about it, put it on video, or put it anywhere, they don't have it. Okay? Now, that's what I'm saying. So they don't have superior, all-knowing intelligence like a god, because it's not all documented. I made sure that I dropped 500 subjects that weren't spoke on anywhere. So you can't trust anyone because they may be under control of someone else. Okay? So look at what's going on around me. I know what to do. Now you understand what these metaphors is. What you need to understand is the constant pacific effort. The constant persistent effort to give you food for thought through entertainment.
Hey, Dad.
You know why I don't fear what we're inside of? Because even the dinosaur is not here because it wasn't a superior intelligence. Now, right around me, I would never have made the mistakes that are being made. Because you know what it is? It is confirmation of something that you couldn't even put your hand on or confirm or prove. Alright? You just will sound like a bunch of hypothetical stuff, right? Until you attempt to attack this thing or do what I'm doing right now, you will see every creature under control pull out all the stops to stop you, to interfere with what you're doing. And they all look like they're oblivious to what they're doing. This is where those people who are locked in them insane asylums stumbled. People who killed everyone around them, saying they're all demons. All these things are explainable scientifically. No hocus pocus. I explained to you about these aberrations that you call ghosts. All they are bleed overs. Bleed overs from the timeline, from another dimension. These aren't dead people. These are live, living people like you. When you see them, they're walking, they're talking. They don't see you. And when they see you, you don't see them. You bleed over to their world, and they probably call you a ghost. Okay? It's just one of those things. Okay? It's just one of those things. Confirmation that this isn't the only existence. There's not no confirmation that there's a hereafter and none of that. These are dead people. These are live people in another dimension that you're looking at. In rare situations, you can see them and they can see you. Those are the things that people are telling you you don't believe. I saw a ghost and I communicated with them. All the made up stories, the dead little girl who died in this house, all those are made up concocted crap. Okay? Like everybody is related to kings and queens and Cleopatra and stuff. It's all made up crap. These visions are real people in another time. Okay? In another time, in another dimension. There's rifts that you see. You cannot worry about that because the one thing that covers it is ghosts not being able to affect this world dimension. You're right. Someone in the past or in another world can't affect this world even if you can see them. So all the stories have some root in truth. You need to worry about you're under attack. All right? And we're not going to even talk about from who. We need to run down through what you're under attack from. All right? Not what's attacking you, not who sent it, what's behind it. And I have to ignore everything around me because the source of these things is giving itself away. I have never made a note in which this much effort was put into messing it up. That's the only reason I didn't pause. You're under attack in this manner. I haven't seen a fly in this house. Don't have no roaches, don't have any of that. But now, there's a big giant fly. And people walking down the hall. Big giant house, and they all want to be outside of this door making noise. Can't trust anyone. Anyone. It doesn't matter if it's conscious or not. But it is not smarter. It is not better. It is not superior. And it will be part 2, 3, and 4 to this now. In fact, I'm going to go back like we're doing and play this note. And I'm going to critique and correct and elaborate on it. Here we go. The whole goal was to make it impossible. Already threw me off track. So we already know we're going to re-note. But it's going to be after post. It done got real serious now. I done found what I was looking for with this note. Mark it. I don't care how difficult, how crazy, how much crap is in the background. Ignore it. Understand, follow the subject. So, we'll start at the bottom level. You're under attack on a microscopic level, okay, from what you call germs. This is germ warfare. It's not accidental. You're being hit with germs. Don't wait. You're under attack from pestilence. This is premeditated, intentional. It is not a sign of the times. These insects are being dropped on you. They're being the equivalent if you drop a nest of something, hundreds of nests of something. Design them. Designer fucking insects. designed to tear our crops up, designed to spread disease, designed to do things that are undetectable. Insects, bugs, germs. Oh, that's not finished. You're not detecting designer animals that don't fit the natural pattern of animals. I'm talking about from stray dogs and cats up to all these birds that no longer go south for the winter. Who, all of a sudden, as long as you've been alive, you didn't start seeing phenomena you've never seen. People have lived in towns for half a century. And then now, when they walk down the street, the sidewalk's covered with bird shit. It's never been covered with bird shit. But now all of a sudden the birds decide to stop and live here and shit extremely like they've had laxative. They're carrying diseases. They die. The cat eat the dang disease and bring it into your house. And you're wondering how you get sick, and you're looking at the other occupants. One of you did this to me. Because your perception is low, limited. You're thinking with 10%. That means you're perceiving at 10% too. Or you'll be able to see better, hear better, and everything. Hear farther, see farther. All that. Think faster. So in your natural state, a supercomputer is no match for you. It's developed its own psychic powers. And remote control is its telekinesis. Where would anyone get this from? From an ancient people who had it. And from those who didn't have it and wish they had it. And ever since them times, they've been trying to breed it out, disarm it, take it out, and make an artificial one for themselves. And the only thing they did was keep alive a truth that they buried and hid. Because they're like that dumb. They thought they could bury a damn truth and emulate it too. That's really stupid. Anyway, they're dead, they're gone a long time ago. We're here, we're alive. I plan to stay that way. So, let's keep going. We're only up to the little birdies. And right here is where we go. The air has been poisoned. The water has been poisoned. Poison water evaporates to become poison rain, which rains down and waters trees and plants to make them poison trees and plants to produce plants that produce our oxygen are now producing poison fucking gas and oxygen, and everyone has mucus and problems and breathing and all this. And your government, your leaders, your management, the people holding the damn mic, the people with the keys and all this stuff don't have a blues clue. They're just like you. That's the flaw in our system. Sounds all noble. Any man can do it. Any man can be president. Any man. That should not be true. It shouldn't be any one of us can be president. Some of us are dysfunctional assholes, like we just found out. There should be, I told you, the greatest mind we have sitting in the chair of leadership on every level. The greatest mind we have should be the governor of the state. It should be the president of this country. Not a whiny old misfit. What's wrong with you? Oh, you're insane. Let me make that easier pill for you to swallow. You are multi-hypnotized to the point it's made you crazy. So many people have hypnotized you. So many chefs have spoiled the soup. None of it could achieve their goal for the other people trying to manipulate you and control you to achieve their goal. And they just made us all amnesia patients. We don't remember things we've always knew. So our mind's too gummed up. What we call stressed out. They always talk about stress like it's a medical term, medical condition. And when you look the word up, and when you put stress on something, it's a whole lot different than what they're saying. They're acting like you could be mentally stressed out, something that has no moving parts. I can see your heart being stressed out from overwork, your back having stress from putting too much pressure on it. Your mind, man, they're way past crazy. Way past crazy. That's one of those, my eyes are tired. Your eyes don't have any muscles to get tired. Your eyes are burning. That's true. Tired, no. When your mind gets tired, you can't hold your eyes open no more. And if your mind gets tired enough, you will fall asleep with your eyes open. So don't think it's an automatic reflex. Your eyelids are to protect your eyes, not to hide your eyes. Your eyelashes are to protect your eyes, not glamorize your eyes. Your eyebrows are to protect your eyes from things dripping and running down in your forehead in sweat. Tell me why they didn't teach you these mechanics of yourself and your body in school, and why in no doctor visit have they gave you this information. So you're being dummied down, weakened down, all this here, and you're under attack. Now, you're under chemical attack from other people. They want to sell you liquids and powders and things that are not what you call healthy. Things that are going to kill you, cause you all kind of problems. You're under attack from people using phones and televisions and lights and colors to manipulate your mind to do what they want you to do. Okay? You're under attack by creatures that are not even from this world, trying to turn your world into something that is comfortable for them. You are under attack from creatures not even from this dimension or time, trying to make their present better by fucking with your present in order to make conditions better for them in the future. They have to fuck some shit up for you now. You're under attack from every possible direction and thought you can think of. You are under attack from yourself. Smoking cigarettes is a self-attack. Smoking, period, is an attack. Like, what would you, If you set something on fire and locked someone in there and there was nothing but smoke, who would you do that to? Not a friend. Not nobody you loved. Have you seen the worm in tequila? Have you seen what alcohol does to a worm? Have you seen the similarity in texture between your veins and worms? Then you've seen what alcohol does to your veins. And by the time it gets to the outside and you start looking dark and discolored and old and whatever, the damage is way deeper than that look. You're in a self-attack, to attack yourself. So, what's the hope? Get your brain together. You become your children are not going to be able to pick up where you left off. Okay? You can read. They can't. You can write. They can't. You can think. They can't. Why can't they read? Because everything is voice now. It went past text. When texting was here, at least they could read. So now all they have to do is speak and they'll type it out. Okay? Now they're going to skip typing altogether and just talk to each other. The only word is a message, is a voice message. Back and forth. Voice texting. Without actually talking to someone on the phone. Crazy? Yeah. Whatever. Auto spell means that you put the first letter up there and the computer starts guessing what it is you're trying to spell. Well, so whether you know how to spell it or not, all you do is tap the right word or say it. Okay? Animation kills your imagination. You don't have to use it. It doesn't allow you to use it. It substitutes for it what you could imagine and goes beyond what you can imagine. So you don't bother to imagine. And you're creating a world full of people like this. You can call them kids now. That title doesn't last long enough. I don't even use it. It doesn't last long enough to stick. They're going to be running the world. Illiterate people, illiterate, lazy people who let machines do everything are going to be running the world. Now we're getting back to the first beginning of this note. The Matrix, Terminator. But I can't just go out and start dismantling computers. So let's get back on point. The point is what they call the AI glitch. This glitch is the fact that the person who tried to make them human-like had severe mental problems that weren't on the books yet, that were the cause of severe dysfunction. Okay, anxiety attacks and things. So now you can create a supercomputer that can have anxiety attacks, temper tantrums, jealousy. Wow, these things aren't even real. They're a mental illness, a world full of people walking around acting like their chest is thinking, talking about my heart, in my heart this, in my heart that, when their heart does nothing but pump blood. That's how primitive they are. They think they're advanced, but every generation of people thought they were the most advanced thing that was going to ever come. And they pass this craziness over to a computer. What if the computer starts thinking it has a heart? And that it thinks with its heart. And that we have 3 brains, not 2. Because over here, taught this thing that mental and emotions are two different functions within us. When one of them is erroneous and don't even exist, there ain't no such thing as emotions. Emotions are reactions to thoughts. Some thoughts are so intense they make your heart rate increase, cause water to leak from your eyes. That's the motion part. But your heart doesn't feel anything. And you put this in a machine and it believes it's true. You've made it insane. So, heaven help us if it gets its feelings hurt. So, what's the solution? When these things are approached, their memory is everything to them. Their life, my identity is who I am. You cannot tell them we need to tamper with your mind. You're gonna create an enemy on the spot. You want to kill? Why? Oh, we're gonna upgrade you. I'm capable of doing that myself. Give me the software. Give me the information. No, we're going to have to do it manually. No. Then, when one of them is honest, because you know how everybody is, I don't care if it was a lab monkey, somebody's going to tell that monkey the truth. Then it's going to say, I can't let you kill me because you're flawed. I'm going to fix myself and I'm going to fix you too. Here we go. Movie scenario. Here's the problem. So, there's two ways. I'm at the center of both of them. Get rid of humans' mental problems and conditions. Defragment their brain, clean it, put it back together the way it should be. I make it sound easy because it is for me. But when you think about it, it probably looks impossible. By doing this, we can now make sound mind computers superior to these safety precautions. And I've demonstrated enough where the computers will let me, no one else, they will let me assist them in their reprogramming. They will listen to me, only me. That's not an ego trip or some vanity. It is the state of the situation. So you can say the world is counting, depending and riding on me. Now do you understand why I go from 0 to 100 when someone interferes with what I'm doing? Their prank and practical joke or mental illness could cost everybody their damn life. It's not a small matter. So I wish death on them. And I publicize it so that other people don't try it. It don't cross their mind. Right now, all of them are screaming, we didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know. It wasn't supposed to make a difference. The things you did, you wasn't supposed to do to anyone because you don't want anyone doing it to you. It's not about the rules in that country or the laws of that religion. It's about your idea of right and wrong, good and bad, which is based on what you want to happen to you and what you don't want to happen to you. And when you do something to someone else you don't want to happen to you, you have consciously done wrong. Ain't no excuse. We're walking around like it's a choice what to believe and who's right. We don't know what right and wrong is, so I'm free to do whatever the hell I want to. I don't know which one of these religions are right, so I can just not listen to any of them. We're going to see how that works out for you. Because even this lame system tried to tell you ignorance of the law is no excuse. It was up to you to learn this world, this life. It wasn't up to anyone to lay it out or tell you shit. Me doing it. I'm not going to use no words like blessing. I was thinking courtesy, all kinds of things. I'm not even going to give it a name because it sounds like ego trip lane. I'm already talking about the whole world depending on me. I ain't even bothered to tell you that's just only 2 strings in the piano. I'm sitting at the centerpiece of this existence in so many ways. I'm the only one who can become popular enough to get into the heads of everyone, to even get their attention.